We have been discussing objective chronological time, chronos, which as a matter of fact has nothing to do with time in economics, the time perceived by human beings who act, kairos. The concept of time, crucial to men and women who act, to each and every one of us, the time that is anthropologically crucial, is not chronological time, but subjective time. It is the time the subject, thus the term subjective time, experiences as he or she acts and completes the different stages in his or her plan of action. Subjective time is radically different from objective time. Subjective time is the experience a human being has when he discovers an end that is worthwhile to him, seeks out means to achieve it, gets down to work, and embarks on an action to complete the stages he deems necessary to achieve that end. As he works through the stages, he feels the passage of time. When human beings act, they do not think of time in terms of specific hours, days and years. No. Instead, they think, I started school, I passed the school year, I got through adolescence with more or less trouble, I enrolled at the university as a young adult, I looked for a girlfriend, I got married, I had children, the first, the second, the third, you see, completing stages. I started my company, the first one failed. The second one also went under, but the third one was successful. I consolidated my earnings, saved and retired. These are life stages that take the shape of actions which we carry out as we progress through life. With respect to subjective time, it is very important to understand that, contrary to what happens in physics and the natural sciences, the future is not there yet. It is not given, nor is it to come. Instead, the actor must build the future, piece by piece. The future is not to come. The future is to be made. And how do we make the future? By imagining it in the form of expectations, another essential economic concept. Expectations, dear students, share the same nature as our memories of our past actions. We creatively recombine these memories and project them into the future. In fact, we are going to do an experiment together in class today. I am going to demonstrate to you that there is no difference between remembering the past and imagining the future. Let us do this experiment. We are all going to close our eyes now, and we are going to recall the most pleasant moment we had last summer, during vacation. Let's do it. I am closing my eyes, and I have my image ready. Okay. And we open our eyes. Now, I'm going to ask you to please do the following. We are going to close our eyes again, and we're going to imagine what we would most like to do this coming summer vacation. This August. Let us imagine it. Done. Listen, the experience of recalling the past is qualitatively the same as the experience of imagining the future. I'm going to share with you the most pleasant moment I remember living this past summer. I was traveling in a boat from Soler along the north coast of Mallorca to Cape Formentor, and I was steering the boat. On that day, the water was as smooth as glass, and we were gliding peacefully along at 20 knots. And suddenly I saw some dolphins leaping through the water, and my young children were delighted at them. That is the scene I have just thought of, the one that has occurred to me as the most pleasant from last summer. But now we have made an immediate leap to imagining a possible future scene. Something we hope becomes a reality, something that is therefore an expectation. We have imagined what we would like to do. Some would like to take a trip, others spend time with a special person, others rest, others, etc. And we have visualized what we would do. This is a very interesting exercise because whenever we act entrepreneurially, we visualize a future end. We imagine something we would like to achieve, along with the stages necessary and the means available to us, all in the form of expectations or imagination. How do we do this? By weaving together the bits and strands of memories we have accumulated in the past. In other words, the creative, entrepreneurial capacity of human beings rests on using as building blocks the pieces of memories that are stored from the past, recombining them creatively, and projecting them into the future as expectations. Note the importance of this. I'm going to repeat it. We creatively recombine the elements of our memories of the past. We recombine them creatively, and they become expectations or imagination of future actions. The entrepreneurial creativity of different people is different, both qualitatively and quantitatively. In the same memory strands, people see different things. We are able to entrepreneurially discover that we can do different things. And that is about as far as I can dissect the essence of our innate creative capacity. In short, the future is not determined. It is not there yet, just waiting to arrive, like in the world of the natural sciences. Instead, it is there waiting for someone to discover it or create it, seek out means, get down to work, and make it into a reality. This is crucial because we are knocking the bottom out of all of modern finance theory. The possibility of assigning ratings to different investment projects, the ability to scientifically manage risk, it is all foolish nonsense. All those who act in the sphere of economic science as if it were the objective world of the natural sciences are committing a very grave error. They are failing to see the huge gulf that separates the creative, entrepreneurial nature of human beings from the world of natural sciences. The natural sciences are full of constants, proofs, and data, while the entrepreneurial world of human action is a world in which the events of tomorrow can never be known today, because they depend on entrepreneurial knowledge that has not yet been created. The future is not to come, but rather to be made. We cannot say, okay, a team of ministry economists are going to predict what will happen. Every time I hear or read something like, the International Monetary Fund has declared that next year Europe will grow 1.5% except Spain, which will grow 0.4%, and all the countries will recover except 2 or 3, this one will take 3 years, this one 2, and this one 1. All of that is a lie. It is impossible to predict such events. These economists are mistakenly treating economics as if it were a natural science. They are saying, whatever human beings do, the cursor will be there next year. No, the arrival of the cursor in economics depends on our getting to work and making it happen. You cannot assume that human beings will act in a certain way, and particularly that they will discover the knowledge necessary to achieve the ends you desire. That is why we cannot make concrete predictions in economics. Predictions involving specific circumstances of time and place.